Welcome to another episode of Just Scrapping By, the YouTube channel where we find value in some of the most commonly thrown away electronics. In today's episode, we will be scrapping a digital cable receiver, equipped with a personal video recorder, manufactured by Cisco, to see what valuable components can be found within. The model of the receiver is 4642HD. It took us about half an hour to disassemble, and another 45 minutes to depopulate the circuit boards. So let's get into the project. Before we begin, it is important to note that this device contains security screws. In order to take this device apart, you will need a security 2-bit that is 5/64, as well as a number 10 Torx bit. If you do not have these bits, this device will be very difficult to disassemble. The first step is to remove the 11 security screws on the back of the receiver. This would also be a good time to remove the securing nuts on the coaxial cable ports. On each side of the receiver there is a security screw that also needs to get removed. Once those screws are gone, the cover should lift off. Once we lift off the lid, there are 2 more screws we need to remove to access the front of the receiver. Those screws are located on each side, on a plastic tab. It looks like removing 5 more screws will get this circuit board out, but there is a little more work to do. Using a pair of pliers, you need to remove the protective cap off the circuit board as there are 2 more screws hiding under it. You will also have to bend the 3 tabs in on the chassis in order for the board to slide out. This board does not look too promising, but let's depopulate it and see what we can salvage. There were 15 electrolytic capacitors in the receiver. They were removed from the circuit board relatively easily, so the scrap value of a little over $8 is not too bad. We removed 3 ceramic capacitors worth a little over a dime. And we also removed 1 film capacitor worth 20 cents. If we combine the ceramic and film capacitors together, we still do not have enough to make a call on a payphone. Hopefully we can find some other more valuable components. Some of the things in this photo don't belong here. We initially found 5 inductors in the receiver. 2 of the inductors are unfortunately not giving a reading on our test bench, so we do not know their values. However, all these aluminum components that we initially thought were inductors are actually a type of electrolytic capacitor. In the last 2 years of running our salvaging experiment, this is the first time we encountered capacitors like these. We also found a choke inductor which will go up for sale on our salvage site. The inductors in this device have provided us with a little over $6 in salvage. There were 2 small transformers in the cable box which will get us a little over $7 when they sell in our store. There were 8 offset single-pole micro buttons, as well as a single-pole relay. Although these components are not worth much, we will definitely find a use for them. We managed to remove 3 MOSFET components from the device. One of them is a Schottky barrier MOSFET, and the other 2 are diode arrays. We also removed 1 other component without a serial number on it. It is very hard to identify, but it may be a power switch regulator. If you know what this component does, please let us know in the comments section. There was 1 generic resistor we pulled off the circuit board, which is not really worth anything. Our interest, however, was in the S01K175 varistors that we found. You can do a lot of fun little projects with varistors, and we will set these aside. We found 1 lonely little fuse in the cable box. It is not worth much, but you can never have too many spare fuses laying around. We removed some pretty unique ports from the device. Although we can find a use for the USB ports and maybe the power port, the rest will be put in a bulk bin and placed on sale. We also found 4 crystal oscillators, as well as an IR receiver. Crystal oscillators are used in more advanced projects, but the IR receiver can be used to make plenty of useful things. Some people have a use for segment displays, some people don't. We are the people who don't. This display will go up for sale online and hopefully someone can use it for a project or as a repair piece. Now this is the moneymaker. We pulled this Seagate hard drive out of the cable box and we were just going to toss it in our bulk bin for sale. But, when we researched the price, these hard drives are going for over $70 for used ones. This one is definitely getting listed, and suffice to say, this hard drive has made this salvage operation very profitable. If we take all of the components we salvaged from the Cisco cable box and add the value of the scrap circuit boards and scrap steel, we get a total value of $105.37 in salvage. Now that we have the total amount of salvage from the device, we can check out the profitability. The device took half an hour to disassemble and another 45 minutes to depopulate. If we take the total salvage value and subtract the purchase cost of the device as well as our labor, we can make a maximum profit of $75.87 if we sell everything. We would need to sell a little over $29 in salvage in order to break even on this project. So the question is, was scrapping this device worth it? If you were to obtain the device for free, or for at least less than $40, you would make a profit. There are not many components in the device, but the device is easy to disassemble. You will need a special security bit to get the device open, but once the device is open, the circuit boards are easy to depopulate. What bumps the grade up for this device is a very high-value hard drive found within. For the Cisco 4642HD cable box, we give it a scrapping grade of A+. Thank you for watching our video, and remember to subscribe to our channel to see more great tutorials on how to turn the old into gold.